Sensei Masao Kawasoe is acknowledged to be one of the finest karate technicians ever to emerge from Japan. A graduate of the world-famous Japan Karate Association instructors class, he now lives in London. He is in considerable demand in Europe, where he spends much of his time, though he travels worldwide to teach. The late chief instructor of the JKA, Master Nakayama, said of Kawasoe, "Through his mastery of Kihon basics, he has come to a level few achieve. His technique inspires all who see it to strive for the highest ideals of Shotokan karate." In the practice of karate, there is no one element of training that is more important than any other. In the third program of this series, Sensei Kawasoe introduces a new kicking technique, Ushirogeri, or back kick, and two further katas, Teki Shodan and Basai Dai. He concentrates on the progression in training which must now be developed. Good Kihon, or basics, should still be practiced. Advanced students should now practice a more fluid delivery of their techniques and timing. Timing. Ma is a very Japanese concept of timing. It is the interval in time between movements. To the Japanese, it is the wind in the trees, the sound of the ocean. Timing, balance, and form. Each concept is indivisible from the others. Only by regular, repetitive practice can the coordination between body and mind be achieved. Sensei Kawasoe demonstrates all of these. Ushirogeri is one of the most devastating kicks used in karate, and one of the most difficult to master. Tremendous power is generated by the pivoting and twisting action of the body in delivering this kick. In Ushirogeri, as with all kicks, the knee must come up first, the bent supporting leg driving the hips back in the direction of the kick. Note also the striking point, which is the heel of the foot. It is important that the kick is directed straight back with the hips kept square. And only as the leg straightens and focuses is the kicking hip driven in. The supporting foot must be kept flat and good balance maintained.
Jordan.
Sensei Kawasoe demonstrates in this section Jiu Ippon, or semi-freestyle sparring. These are again Ippon attacks, but delivered from a more flexible stance. When countering against kicking attacks, be prepared for the extra distance which can be generated with a kick. At first, the attack is blocked, then countered, then smothered by the driving in movement in semi-freestyle, before the kick delivers momentum. Dei is the term used to describe quickly moving inside the opponent's attack before delivering a counterattack. Note here Sensei Kawasoe's Zanshin, or sense of awareness, on the completion of each technique. In the following sequence, Sensei Kawasoe identifies and corrects some common faults found in the student's training. Here, not driving in sufficiently during the counterattack.
Jordan.
Here, the student fails to use the hips, reaching instead with the shoulders. This can often be a common fault with students and should be avoided whenever possible.
Okay? No. Using hips. Okay? Try.
Jordan.
Okay? No. From. From. Hips.
Jordan.
That's better. Yeah.
Jordan.
Keep the body low, pushing in.
Always. Okay? Down. Down. Okay? Don't. Okay? Keep low.
Jordan. Jordan.
As the student progresses in his training, speed, technique, and spirit must be cultivated. In the lineup, the defender has to block and counter numerous attacks. This is an important advance at this level of training. It also introduces variety to the student's training and improves stamina. Tai Sabaki is the ability to move out of the opponent's line of attack. This is vital when dealing with repetitive attacks. At all times in the dojo, spirit and determination should be expressed in training. One of the most important concepts in making an attack is that of kimewaza, or focus, though it is often difficult for student karateka to understand this principle. The use of kickbags is an important training aid. Once you hit something, it is much easier to understand the principles of focus and feel.
when you kick, don't move supporting leg. And when you kick, the knee up, then pushing your hips. And after kick, you hikiashi, snap. Okay, make a strong supporting leg. Yes. Bit more snap, snap. Bit relax, shoulder relax, then snap. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes, good. And also snap, like Maigiri. Snap back. Bit more, snap back. Don't push. Yes. Bit relax. Yes. One more. Yes. Good. Don't move supporting leg. Yes. Yes. Don't push or snap using snap. Yes.
Simple principles, such as overextension due to poor distancing, can lead to pushing and lack of focus.
A bit more snap.
To counter this, the supporting leg must be kept bent. This helps to drive the hips and kicking leg in the attack.
And keep same height, just a knee. Yes, that's right. Keep same height. And snap. More. Okay.
The supporting foot should not twist, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Keep
body
correct
is
distance
square.
to allow full extension
Twist
of the leg.
The body. Yes. Keep
Otherwise, the kick will fail to develop maximum
Don't move
power.
The foot. Yes. A bit more hikiashi, and snap. Let's relax. Shoulder relax. Yes. Yes. And next, Mashigeri. Bit more relax. Just end. When you kime, power. Yes. Think a bit more back. Bit more snap. Don't push. Yes. Okay.
Keep a continuous, smooth movement. This will develop speed of delivery.
And don't like 1, 2. 1. One movement. Bit more use ball your foot. Motion, don't. Try slowly. That's right. Yes. Try fast. Yes, bit more shime and go. Yes. Okay.
Keeping the knee up is the basic principle in all kicking techniques.
Yeah. Bit more twist. Think a bit more use hips. Yes, and snap. Bit more snap. Yes, okay. Well, right. A bit more fast. Try fast. Fast. More. Stop. Go. Jamais.
This kata utilizes the stance kibadachi or straddle stance throughout. Note the movement of the head each time prior to a change of direction or technique.
Many students make their stance too wide. It is most important to keep the knee and toes slightly in and to tense the legs. When blocking, keep the shoulder down and use the muscle under the arm to help focus the block. Twist the wrist slightly on blocking. Drive the punch forward. Do not drop the elbow. When blocking, do not take the arm too far back. Side. 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 Use the opposite hip to focus the block. Keep the elbow in. Do not step too wide as it is difficult to focus the hips. Bring the knee up quickly, keeping the body half turned.